Welcome back. It's time, once again, as it often is, for Pirate Naxos. This has most likely been the longest ongoing campaign I've ever done in EU4, just in terms of when I started and when I will finish. Speaking of when we will finish, I am making the bold claim that this campaign is going to finish this week. It's Monday today, so including today, 7 days of the week. That's the ambition, and that means we've got a fair few heads to crack, because the goal for this campaign is to have more than 50% pirate share in all coastal sea zones, whilst only taking islands for ourselves. Something like... yeah, this is a model trade node. More than half of it goes to glorious pirates, of which we are most of it, and it all funnels into our Spoils of War treasury, 151 ducats per month out of it. Good thing we do a lot of pirating, because we need that to balance out the books. We've been in perpetual debt for this campaign, and we're finally in a position where we make the Manola. Current situation, I've been away for a few days in Poland, casting the LAN there. It was great fun, but it really gave me the itch to play the game myself instead of watching other people play it. So, the current position is that we are at war with Pasai and their friend Hadramut in a war that we did not start. It was our good ally Russia. After a very long time of war, but as a YouTube scrub pointed out, not quite as long as a 40-year war between Ottomans and Akyunlu, after we came out of that long period of warfare, we finally managed to get ourselves some allies. We grabbed Russia, Transoxiana, and Hormuz. And so far this has been enough to stop the powers from attacking us, like Spain and France and Ottomans, Versailles and Ming, and just about everybody else under the sun who've really not liked our pirating ways. Yeah, we've been pretty awful throughout this campaign, raiding people's coastlines and privateering their trade nodes, but it's all for the greater good, our greater good. I don't feel any need to invest further into the Pasai War. What's next on the cards actually is fighting Kilwa. Kilwa has the island of Madagascar, and they're slowly selling it off to other powers, and I will not abide by that. I want to take over the bulk of it for myself, so we're going to declare war on Kilwa as soon as our troops are ready for attack, and I feel they're pretty ready for attack. So let's head out to Marahan. I think I have some boats around here. Oh, I got some spare transports. I'll just send you out there as well. And here we go. There's a whole bunch of you. You're already locked on words to here. So Kilwa are allied with Marahan. Marahan's currently at war with Yemen and only have one capital fort. So we're going to crush them fast, take their money, because I am in dire need of money. You might think, but Jake, you have 5 grand. Yes, but I also have to embrace the Enlightenment at some point, or else I'm never going to get that coal power going. Chester and Glamorgan and a few others around here have coal, and I really want that. Actually, that's a good point. I should probably move closer towards that, because it's taking forever to spread here in Chester. What can a man do about that? I think I'm just going to turbo dev it. Looking at the tech situation, I don't need either of these anytime soon. What I need is a ton of admin. So I will spend mill and dip to boost this as far as I can. Currently costs 56 to do it here. I could do it in Glamorgan, but I want it in Chester so that I can have it in the coastline of the Irish Sea and spread to all of these folks. So let's go for development cost reduction. God, that's expensive. But this is going to pay off because coal is worth big bucks. And if I get the development going for it now, it should pay off in the end, right? So let's just sink that dip there. That's given us a good chunk of enlightenment, and then let's sink some mill into it as well. Good grief, that is expensive. That is so expensive. But at least now I should have the enlightenment here before too long. It's a flat increase thanks to the university, unfortunately, but that'll have to do. And when I can, I'll switch this out for the spread of the institution. Over in Draken, however, it's not really under any threat, so I'm going to switch this out for institution spread itself, because that place is getting enlightenment. Could be getting it a whole lot faster. And to think I gave you a university, probably not my best move. Alright, so that tanked a load of our PowerPoints, but fine by me. As long as I remember to go and switch the state edict over there later on. I didn't ask, but how's this sound? I'm always suspicious about music being too loud. People tell me it's not, and I just have crippling trust issues with that. Only other thing I want to do before we get going is consider if I need to be spying anywhere. I don't have a ton of claims, but I'm not really sure I need a ton of claims. Mordkalb is saying, welcome back from Silesia. Yeah, it was great being there. I would really quite like to plant my flag there long term. There is Mushashi right here, who I have as a tributary. I'm thinking I'll abuse them a bit. When I annexed Japan, I got them as a tributary. Not sure if I noticed back then or not. Give me your manpower, and I actually don't care about them being loyal or not, so I'm just going to demand some extra dosh out of them, and I'm going to start spying on them to get a claim on their province so I can take it over later on. Because that's 23 delicious development that should belong to me, not to them. Just bring you together. I think you're clogging up some of my lists here. Good lord, we're making a lot of boats. Alright, let's do it. Now, Kiel will have the more threatening navy out of all these folks, so I'm just gonna shove a few of you, just a few. 2-deckers are all I really need for this. I want my main, not 2-deckers, war galleons. There we go, 2-deckers are the best. So I'm gonna send my war galleons up here. Ooh, Coast of Pepper. Well done, Pepperan, you're famous. And then as soon as we can, I'm just going to unload my everything on Marahan. There are all their troops. I'm not particularly scared of them. We're going to make a straight rush for Galkeo, and hopefully we kick them out of the war, and then we just have Kilwa alone to deal with. Will I make Marahan a co-belligerent? No, because that would involve Hormuz, and Hormuz is my good friend. So I'm not having that. How long is your current truce with the Ottomans? Negative many years. We've been at peace for a while. But because I got myself some nice big friends, I think they're less keen on war with me. Also, I've gotten a lot stronger over the time, so that's good for me. War against the world. Take the key, capital of Ibo. Yes, we will. Eventually. Why is there going to be a naval battle already? Kielwa Naxos? That's not what I'm asking for. It's a pathetic detachment from Kielwa, so let's just get our troops onto the coastline as fast as we can. Can't we? You guys going there? Oh right, well not until they enter the war. Sure enough, they attack, but we'll have them destroyed in no time, because that's how badass we are on the seas. We simply cannot be defeated at the seas, as it should be. Speaking of seas, we have disease. It's only 40 ducats. I like a flat cost here and there. I haven't been touching on the religious unity, have I? Because it's been really expensive. However, there's a thought. Have I even been making this stuff? No, I have not. I have not been making these places full-on states, which I definitely should. Probably. And that just gives me a whole lot more to core. Man, I can't be affording all this coring, but core I shall, because I want that money. Goodbye all my everything there, just like that. But it's good for the income. We'll do what we can there. But the real reason I came over here was to look for what I can be converting. Forget my subjects, I'm more interested in what I can do to maximize the effect on religious unity, but without spending an arm and a leg. Like Kyoto costs a lot, probably because the autonomy there just makes it more cost than is worthwhile. So we'll take anything that's relatively cheap, like Issei. Get to work. Did I never claim Defender of the Faith? I thought I was Defender of the Faith. How did I lose that? Maybe somebody else took it from me and wasted it, but I'm not too worried about it. I don't need any of these things, right? The war exhaustion is useful, sure, but we'll survive. How fortunate, says Selectimo. I'm working from home until late, and a Jake stream is going on. Most excellent. What's the date that you can change an edict? It's 1 year, so November next year should be good. Our influence over Ternate has expired. Will you spend money? No, I will not. I'll actually integrate them quite soon. Whitelaw's on his way with level 5 maneuver, which is excellent. Give him a month or so, he'll be there. I'll quickly take the capital, then spread out. I want all the money Marahan has to offer. It's not a lot, but it'll be mine, because I need to save up all the dosh I can for that institution. I also hope Kielwa don't get access to Burgundy. They have access to Burgundy. That's a considerable problem. I need to splat Marahan out of this war as soon as possible. So let us do this. Whitelaw, take the capital, the rest of you stand guard. Hopefully there's nobody, or not that many people up north. So I'm going to take 8 of you, split you up into stacks of not 8. Very scientific, I know. And then send you out here. I would like a better view of the situation, so let's send some boats down here to try and figure out where our friend is hiding all of his units. I sent you down here, but there were no signs of our good friends, so let's just raid the coasts over here for good measure. Because if Kiowa is sending his troops up here, I need to be very worried about that. Kiowa has a fairly large army. Glorious Navy is under attack. Well, haha to that, won't stand a chance. Yeah, that's a lot of units for Kiowa, and they're up to date in terms of technology. I'm jet lagged, it's 4:30 AM, hopefully Jake's soothing voice can help me sleep. Maybe not if the music is this loud, I'm actually going to bring it down. It sounds loud to me. But you guys can keep me right if I'm just off my rocker here. Just keep on raiding. If there's money to be had, we'll take it. Ah, well, that's where the Kiowa Navy is. That's good. If I just have my eyes on everywhere else, I'll know exactly where the Kiowan troops are and be able to act accordingly. Marahan don't stand a chance against me. Oh no, Kiowa's at Tech 23. That's good. I should be able to slaughter them with that. We've got iron over here. Iron is good. The development is not. Let's just add it to the trade company while we're here. Everything should be part of these trade companies. I need that. Need naval force limit any day of any week. So we got this going for us. We're going to march down just to get more war score against this guy and try to piece him out separately. Sleepy Kid says hello. Well, you haven't missed much. We've only been going for about 5 minutes. And Monk says it's no use. I keep throwing dosh at him, but he's still playing the games that he wants to. It's kind of how it works. Well, that was easy. Marahan's capital has fallen. The war has only just started, so I doubt they're going to be so keen for peace. But we shall continue on anyway. Get what we can, piece them out. And hope that that's enough. But I want my troops relatively together so I can jump away if and when Kiowa arrives. They're sending their big attack stack to me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But with some occupations on this guy. Yeah, current peace offer is... I mean, normally it would be fine, but the length of war isn't helping me at all here. Got more wars against the world, against Sang, Kam, Ava, and Hipsha. Okay! More of the map has been unveiled, 1704, and we can see all this. Sang's looking pretty good, but none of these people have islands, so I won't be attacking them for any of that. Meanwhile, Kiowa's just making his way north, so I want to make my way south. I think I can stand up to Kiowa with this, but I want to make a good escape when I can. Morale of Navies are reinforced. I like Morale of Navies guy. However, I already have Morale of Navies guy. I'm going to keep him around for as long as is needed. You say that, then he plays Speed Racer. So some people might reasonably wonder, Jake, you say you play whatever you want, but then you play awful games. Well, punishment games are what I want to play because they add to the spice of running my challenges. Man, 105 diplos needed to bring this province up to par. I can't change this out until a wee while. Fair enough, I'll figure that out at the end of the year. So yeah, even if I play awful games, and even if I complain about playing these awful games, it is what I want to do. Spain declined a call to arms from Portugal, so Portugal's under attack by Gujarat. Gujarati reconquest of Goa. Sorry to hear that, Portugal, but Portugal have very little in the way of land that I care about, so I don't need to worry so much. Keel is definitely on his way, and what the hell is this? The Hoi eruption of Mount Fuji. For 2 weeks now, cinders and ash have been raining from the skies around Mount Fuji. As all volcanic eruption finally draws to its end, it remains for the local farmers and officials in surrounding areas to recover. Oh dear. So, devastation all around Mount Fuji. with development cost and good produced down. Well, that's not very good. Granted, I've already devastated quite a bit of this area, so it's nothing terribly new. But since there are no forts nearby, it's going to take ages to recover. Thankfully, the coal isn't over here. The coal is right here, and I need that coal. But I need to embrace enlightenment first. Like, I really want to punch this so I can get more enlightenment going. Still, Diplo power first. We're at 87%. Two dev pushes there and I'll have it. That won't be enough, and I certainly don't have the money to do so, but enlightenment is a big priority for my nation. These suckers will be out of the war quite soon, and then we send the rest of our forces down to Kilwa. I'm going to start by taking Kilwa's island of Madagascar, because his troops will be pretty useless during that. What does coal do? It's worth a lot of money, and it snowballs like crazy. As in, it is truly crazy how hard it snowballs. Yamato is under attack. This is expected. Candyman expected this. That's why I kept my units available. I have a lot of Japanese revolts that are going to happen, but I'm ready for it. Italy is insulting us. Don't know what to make of that. I'm sure Italy aren't happy with the things I've been doing to them, but too bad for them. Okay, Skill was heading up into the unknown there. Yamato's dead soon. Augsburg are lending libraries with book clubs. What a bunch of nerds, but good for them. They're now producing paper, and that institution spread must be good. Jake, doesn't it snowball too much? Well, I wouldn't say so. A long-standing problem with this game when it came out was that in the late game, things didn't snowball enough. You were still caught with the same limiters, and it just hurt you even more when you had larger ambitions. With things like coal and administrative efficiency, makes the late game a lot less painful in my view. Okay, so I'm able to piece out Marihan quite quickly without ever having to deal with troops, and it gives me some free money. Free money is my favorite kind of money. Downside is I lost a chunk of war score out of that. The upside is we have all these black flagged troops. I can get you together a lot faster if we go up to Hobbio. Playing in this region reminds me of the good times spent in Shekel Master Mogadishu, which was one of the many campaigns I've run in the ages. Speaking of ages, absolutism's coming to an end, so I want to get that land whilst I still have my plus 5% admin efficiency bonus from it. Did you force Duplo to smuggle Polish alcohol? Didn't need to force. I grabbed all the Polish alcohol I needed for myself. It was good times. Thank goodness it was so cheap there. Whenever I shop in duty free, I think of the British sitcom Spaced, where Martha says, "Duty free? How did you know?" Needless to say, very happy with all things Polish right now. Okie dokie. Let's take care of Kilwa. Now, I don't really know where all of Kilwa's army is. It might all be here. They might have some over on the island, but we'll head over to the island and take it over. Oh, hang on. I think we can see almost all of his... No, can't be too sure. Well, let's get this done. I could probably be fighting more wars at once here, but we've had such a long period of time in this game where we've had to play extremely slowly because our attention has been divided, and I don't want to be so divided anymore. Can't we just have a nice time? And I think yes, we can. It can become almost zen now, with our smelly old Greek pirates sailing around, ravaging coastlines here, there, and everywhere. Kilwa's army is right on top of you. Well, what a shame they didn't get to me. Oh, drat. They got it. Wild Goose is just that little bit too slow, it seems. Well, I'll just stop off there for a bit, take back the land. I can see I have enemies here, but they're all under wraps. I just had a quick worrying glance at the mini-map, though, that showed all the red. What a difference that 5 maneuver is making for you. You're getting there a lot faster than the others. Manpower is not looking so hot these days, so that's why I'd like to avoid a big fight with Killua. Sadly, we have located his army here. Maybe that's not so sad. If 24,000 of his army is stuck over here, it still leaves me with a dangerous number of them to kill. Look at the size of that army. It's ridiculous. And he just ran south. I need better eyes on the situation here. I also need this province occupied so I don't take attrition here too. Let's get you guys together and deposit 4 heavies across the coastline so we have a better idea of what's going on here. I can already see there, but I'll put you there anyway. No, I won't. The one that's going up to that bay can go there. It gives me the same amount of information on all the places here. Look at that, I'm only barely keeping my head above water when it comes to manpower. Sailors are fine now. Sailors were in a bad spot for a long time. We actually lived day to day through raiding in order to get all the units we needed, sailors we needed rather. Peacetime is also good. To claim Defender of the Faith. No, I need to save my money. That's why we need to do all that raiding, of course. So there's the Killua army. Do I attack them now? They're in the jungles. I'd rather attack them in Savannah. I wonder if they're going to go into that Savannah. The Ise Grand Temple. We've captured one of the holiest sites of Shintoism. The Ise Grand Temple is dedicated to the Sun Goddess and for thousands of years has been a custody of the imperial family Japan. It's a major pilgrimage for the Shinto faithful and a sanctuary that all rulers must respect. Converting this area may be harder than planned for. Why, that doesn't sound good at all. Haven't I currently converting Ise? Yes. Tolerance to the true faith +1. I'd rather keep that for myself. How long you taking there, Chief? Get it done as fast as you can, please. 5.8%. Well, alright, let's just leave that there for a while and hope that we get that soon. Please, that's not true. There's Buddhist emperors who ignored the Shinto temple, says Assidious. Must have been there at the time. Okay, so it looks like Killua still have their... Oh, shoot. I didn't pay attention to this, did I? So this is not all of Killua's navy. They have a bunch down here. In fact, they've been transporting troops around. Probably how they got those guys there. Would be nice if they took all their army over here, but I'm not going to make preparations for that. Didn't expect to need much of a navy for this. I mean, I can take out that wimpy-ass navy with my bare minimum, but I need to actually put a little bit of effort into it. So I'll leave behind 15 or so of you. I'm going to send you over here. And then all these transports, I'm just going to have sit around here because I don't want them getting swept up in any kind of battle. You guys are going to die if I leave you there, so let's pull out. Didn't lose any boats, but... let's try not to lose anything we don't have to. Maybe they want me to go and attack them. I want to take the fight in the savannah rather than the jungles. Pedantic Mikey has died a horrible death. It's fine though, we all do in a way. Jake, how much are you missing the quality of life updates you get to use at work from 1.30? Considerably. But that's okay, I'm a professional. Let's get the extra dev push here, and now we have enlightenment present, and I can now probably use no edict because it's costing me an arm and a leg. And now nearby friendly province has enlightenment is not as good as I would hoped it would be. In fact, that is mega slow. Dang, and a bit more dang. That only gives me 2.4% of my development having this that I need. Now it does increase based on development here, but a lot of this development is nae good, Ken. Oh well, I might be waiting a bit on the Enlightenment, but so be it. I did what I can to push it up. I should take the fights with Kielba before they get their bonuses going. Where did that fleet go, by the way? Was it over here? I think it was over there. Those 42 transports would nail me. So let's not take that on just yet. Let's have these suckers run away, though. Fine by me if I can just split up and take more land without any... Hello? No, okay. Thought they'd another big stack there. They do not. If they can't get out of here and they're trapped with me, that's fine. Universities? Yeah, they have a limited effect, sadly. Also, sadly, you take attrition when you're there. More Japanese rising up, but I'm more than ready for them. Like, I'm here to take Kielwa's Madagascar from him. It's going to be hard to get the war goal, so I'm going to have to work on slaughtering them at Ibo. Might have to do some bait and switch to get what I need there. Alright, so he is going for Ebonia. That's good news for me, because I can go and slaughter him there. And unless he has 5 or more maneuver, which he does not, he will not be able to stop me from negating the river crossing penalty. So yes, I get to fight him where I want him. Might even stack wipe him while I'm at it. No, he doesn't want that. Okay, he wants to go over there. Harumph. Didn't want to fight him in a position that worked well for him. And who knows, I might still get an advantage if I can force march my way over here. Do I have to force march him? I do not. Because goddamn Adam Whitelaw is the fastest man known to man. Well, if I can roll something other than a 0, I'm sure I'll slaughter these folks. All the while, though, it's costing me manpower that I just don't have. Good job. Now let's take over what's left of this joke of a colony. We got this fort to deal with, and it's level 6 one, no doubt. But it does give us other opportunities. Getting that fort will get me some good war score against these guys in my war against the world. Pirates seeking allegiance. Privateer efficiency or prestige? Sultan was right to reject the scourge of honest traitors. Yeah, no, I prefer privateer efficiency. Let's see what it does for our money. 158 ducats becomes 163 ducats. So yes, don't mind if I do. We are but honest traders here. Slight problem with getting rid of this, though. I think I'll bring my heavies over to slaughter those transports. And of course raid coasts along the way, because what's a bit of devastation between friends? Cannons need to go on this, otherwise it's never going to fall. It's level 6, it's going to need a lot of cannon attention. Yeesh. I don't even think I sent enough cannons to make the difference there. So I have some regulars as well. Ooh. Maybe not so many. And in order to swing around from the bottom, or for the bottom rather, I can use my transports to help out. Detox Madness says, hey Jake, just a couple of days ago I completed the African Power Achievement. So much hard work. Oh, congratulations. Did you, like many, fall prey to not finding Diego Garcia? There we go. Is it even still part of Africa, or did we remove that? Huh, we put it into Asia. Well, damn. The things we do. The things I don't even remember we do. Alright, that'll get you folks over there. However, I want people down here as well. That single ship will get attacked when you siege that province. Oh, right, yeah, I was well aware of that. Another insult from Italy. I don't know what those Italians are all about. However, I do know that Okinawa now wants to rise up, and I'm particularly uncomfortable with that. Wonder if I can even get there in time. Right, their ships are just flying away. We've got ourselves some transports, which we liquidate into sailors. And yeah, I need 18,000 regiments. This could be painful for us, but let's just embrace the pain, as long as it's Adam Whitelaw who embraces the pain. Oh, right, now I have the cannons heading over there. Well, you wait there, and then you get that. And then all should be well. It's always a bit of a pain getting that attrition from the sieging when you're out of manpower, but we do what we can, for we must. If I move here, I can take these, and you're going to take that. And then I have good war score, but not great war score, against my friends Kiowa. Unfortunately, I fell to Riku Separatists because I'm not good at remembering anything. Probably could have made it in time as well if I just set sail instead of paying attention to only my war. There's a rumor spreading that Italy is preparing to attack Messina in a war of aggression. Italian Niger has gone back and forth over and over. Now they're going to gun down Messina and Morocco. My good money's on Messina and Morocco, because Italy doesn't really have the tech advantage, and it certainly doesn't have the positional advantage. Ming is duking it out against Bengal. Oh, well, best of luck to them. They may need it. I do not like having my manpower tanked like this at all, so I shall make myself happier by annexing Ternate. Won't give me manpower, but it'll give me some men. Jake, did you change the state edict? You better believe I probably remembered to do that. Good. It's worth actually taking a look at state edicts overall. Do I have any outlying? What do I have here? Oh yeah, the missionary strength. Oof, that's going to make this take some time now. It's going to take a couple of years to finish off Issei, but at least then it'll be done and done right. Hopefully it's not too expensive though now. Doesn't show cost there. Well, it shows me cost there, but it's not so bad. It's just development and autonomy. Manahan's winning their war against Yemen. Good job to them. Now I shall be the one to win. More rebels, because we need more rebels. You know what? I'd rather they didn't do that. We'll deal with Okinawa later. I'll just prefer to have fewer rebel occupations. Get you folks over there, and all is well. I imagine taking Kiowa's capital will get me most of what I need. Oh my, I can't afford that either. Please go and deal with them in Issei. You'll be there in no time. You can't. Oh, you can get there. How fortunate for me. If I want to push harder into Kiowa, I'm going to need the help of some merc scum. Mercenaries are expensive and I really need to save money. So I would prefer a not so expensive solution to my problem. Oh my god, more rebels. I knew it. I knew that the Japanese would want to rise up against me. But it's alright, I was ready for it probably. I could take some more ideas here. Economic ideas are always tempting, but I'm going to pass on that. Simply because... Oh crap, I'm out of manpower so I can't keep the siege going. Simply because I'm going to need admin to core up all of this. Nanbans and Mutsu next. Wherever Mutsu is, I'll be ready for them. And I'll eventually get around to Ryukyu. At least the game will warn me before they want to defect. Ottoman's really getting ready to slaughter Hormuz. That's unfortunate, because if somebody declared war on me now, Hormuz would probably not help out, what with them being blasted to smithereens. There we go, another fight on the seas for me, which is fine. I'll be ready to pick up all of my troops from there. Let's just throw what we can onto this this fort. Britain and British Vinland truces are up. I should probably just strike them now. Spain won't help them out after all. Guaranteed by Spain. Alright, let's just see to them. Britain should be a one war polish off. I'm a bit concerned that I might take their... Alright, they have one colony there. No, they'll get to keep that colony. It'll be auto-finished and then they'll... no, it's about to be done. That's a shame. Maybe the British will start another colony. Essentially, I don't want that British colony to be my own. I forget, can you just let colonies go free? Oh, that's the kind of money I'm looking for. Which is to say any money at this point. Take you over here, Wild Goose. Jake the Siege and Kilwa dropped again. Yeah, we have reinforcements going in, but I'll just throw everybody on it. It's unfortunate the costs that I'm tanking there. Let's also consider our navies here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of you. Over to Desmond. And I'll see to the rest later on, but for now the British need to die. Lack of demand for crystal, no big deal. War against the world, you're mine. You're already dead. Try as you may to struggle, Britain. The day was over long ago. My goodness. Okay, well, you want to go there instead? Fine. I need generals for all this everything I'm doing, and I need manpower for it all. GG Wild Goose. We don't need to overdo this. Heck, we barely need to do this, period. Just send you there, and then... I just did something I didn't even know I could do, and that was very cool. I split an army in half whilst I was organizing. Do I have enough time to bring you over for this battle? Yes, I do. Wild Goose is pretty damn fast that he can travel the world like that. All the more useful for me. Now please bring this fort down. It's costing me manpower that I really don't have. 8,000 deficit. There we go. How much money can you punch out of Kielwa is a question coming in. I too would like to know, but my diplomats are all a bit busy. So what I shall do... Hey, I had a spy network on Pasai. I still have it. It's fine, I'll keep it. I will, however... Oh wait, I can't claim my own subject because he's a tributary. And I can't cancel tributary because I don't have a diplomat free. Alright, well I'm going to cancel this guy, so I have somebody else coming in. And then as soon as I can, I got to cancel that tributary. Finally, this is taken down. The Java Sea battle. Who's coming after me? Pasai. Pasai sent a heavy after me, and I don't like that. They're clearly wanting to do a bit more around here. Well, I have more heavies than I need. Or rather, more than I can reasonably fight with. So let's send some of the old nasty war galleons that I want sunk anyway down to Java Sea so they don't pull that stunt again on us. We'll bring all of you together for an eventual invasion of Kielwa. I don't need these guys here anymore, especially not those to be liquidated into sailors. In fact, we'll bring you over here because they had other boats right there. So yeah, you guys get together, and I might need to merc up for an attack on Kielwa. Fair dues. And poor Britain out left of them. So I got 50 boats right here. What are they going to do, you might ask? There's far too much money in Sevilla, and that needs to change. So, privateer the ever-loving love out of Sevilla for extra money, please. And then I have other ships. Not the Maritime Navy, and not my transports, but the other 50 of you. Down to Cogwall. Good, it is called Cogwall. And we'll suss out what to do with you later on. And that Pasai fleet's moving around a fair bit. Well, let's punish them by raiding a coastline. And then head down here to keep them trapped. So I can punch 1140 ducats out of Naxos, but the real goal is to take this, and it's not cheap to take. That is not a cheap goal, a cheap war for me. I don't particularly want to have to set foot on Kiowa proper, because he's got a big army. It's much bigger, more than twice as big as anything I can throw at him right now. Unless I wanted to dedicate more forces over to it, and I don't particularly. I also don't like the fact that this is occupied by Ryukian separatists. But I'm just going to have to deal with that. Harumph. Yeah, Kiowa have quite the coastline here too. I mean, I could probably make a quick launch on Ibo, but it would have to be pretty dang quick. They are, however, fighting against Yemen, right? So maybe their troops are all a bit busy up there, and I could just jump straight on Ibo. I should probably do that, actually. Take advantage of it as fast as I can. Leave some cannons on Ibo, spread out and occupy as much of this, and then take as much of this as possible. That seems borderline reasonable. Ibo will fall quickly. It's just a capital fort, Jake. Yeah, I know. I have all the makings to take it quite quickly and easily. And yet... Alright, well, we'll go for it as fast as we can, because I'm working under the assumption that a lot of his troops are busy up fighting that war. The war with the other guys. Alright, get on that boat. Get FOB and Ibo. Spain control this. Well, let's invest a bit in ourselves here, just a bit. I have what it takes to get some extra everything as I need it, but I don't need it right now. I want to be able to raise my stability if it drops so that we can maintain prosperity, because prosperity is good. You know what else is good? Punching money out of Sevilla. I wonder how much that rates on the spoils of war. About 20 ducats a month. That's pretty nice. I don't privateer Alexandria nearly enough. I don't mind that so much because a lot of it flows up to Constantinople or to Genoa, both of which I also raid. But it's good to take a cut every step of the way. You know, Novgorod have gone far too long without being privateered by me. And it's not a particularly wealthy node, because they don't have a lot of coastal stuff. It's all inland. It's level 1 garbage. So yeah, let's go and privateer Novgorod for some extra ducats. Wish I could privateer somebody for manpower right about now. Right, well, not much is No, alright, I can't take my attention away from this for too long, because who knows, maybe Kiowa are around and just itching at a chance to destroy me. Let's go up to the coast of Pepper and make sure all is well. Or I should just send a garbage unit to do so rather than a heavy. But it's a war galleon, so I'll send it up anyway. I just wanted to know where Kiowa's units are, so I don't fall on a sword here. Spanish Eto Wayeli have insulted us. Now that can't stand either. How big's your fleet in total? Big enough to be more expensive than my army. It's 91 heavies, 588 trading ships, 358 galleys, almost all of which are dealing in the Mediterranean, and 167 transports. It's all pretty good. Okay, I want this taken pretty quickly. No risks, no nothing. So let's just barrage the walls. I'm not going to assault it, however. I think it's worth our time just sticking together, because this 14 stack might cause me some problems if I don't. Is what I would say if I didn't feel confident enough spreading out at least a little bit. Let's head on down, shall we? I might get caught and destroyed here, but I should have a good idea of where his army is if they come from the north. The south, considerably less so. Let's also keep you in port so you don't stumble into this battle with these many heavies. Oh, that was good. Fell in the patented one-shot technique. Kiowa's got gold. I could well go north for some of this. North or south, it's all good, but depends that 14 stack that I'm a bit uncomfortable leaving to their own devices, so let's do this. He's still technologically inferior to me. Leicestershire is down. Oh, nice. We don't have... Is this the full annexation of England? I mean, that's British Vinland, but I really, really don't want his colonies. Please tell me the English have another piece of land somewhere. Doesn't look like he does. Really doesn't look like he does. I really don't want his colony like this. It just cost me. Oh, whatever. Let's do what we can here. He has a lot of cores on me, so he's not going to have those cores on me. Oh, right. That would... I don't quite have the everything I want there. Let's focus on the important stuff, which is his money. Huh, war reparations? Will he even exist? How can he offer that? Who knows? Let's force religion while we're at it for a larf. Maybe he will exist. But where? Hey Jake, I went to Trabzon in Turkey on holiday, and I tried to get Basileus with Trebizond. I can't say it. But there are true emperors over in Trebizond. Dankeschön. Hang on, is that British? No. Well, let's just do it and see what happens. Okay, good. They're still owned by Great Britain. There's Great Britain! Nice, they own Lesser Namkland. I'm still taking 10% of their ducats. But I get Shrewsbury, Cambridge, Coventry, and Leicestershire all for myself. They're all getting cored up as well. I had claims on each and every one. And we just chill out in London. Excellent, finally. Naxosian Britain is 110% ours. This doesn't count. Good, now I can focus back to here. Glorious Navy is under attack, but bare minimum. Although he's the bare minimum of good enough for one of our admirals, he should crush this pathetic navy. That's what I would say, but we're not doing this too well. I'm taking a fair bit of damage on some of these. The war galleons I don't mind losing too much, though, I suppose. And we have 14, which means we even have some extras here. As soon as they start losing ships, though, we should start coming out on top quite easily. Well, there we go. And we were able to steal enough ships to make a profit there. We captured 8 ships, no less. Were they good ships, though? I'm just reduced to war galleons. None of the 2-deckers survived. That is gutting. Really, really not that interested in war galleons, so I'm going to take a bunch that were really banged up and just consolidate them into liquidated sailors. Not even sure I'm getting any. No, because I'm, well, almost at my maximum. So they're going to sail away. That's fine. I will be ready to crush them too. Ah, of course, these are where the 2-deckers are. Jake, you had manpower once. Yeah, now I eat a 10k deficit, but that's alright. We're not in any big wars. And the rebel problem is barely even a problem. Barely. But kind of a problem. I'll deal with Okinawa eventually. Now I worry if I'll be able to take too much out of these guys. I do want the money, but the money isn't nearly as important as taking all this land. Like if I take that, then I never have to deal with Kiowa again. But pushing them far enough to do that may need a whole lot more occupation around here, which might really necessitate making some extra mercs just to help out with occupations, because manpower is burning right now. I'll never take this fort, it's not worth investing on sieging a level 16 fort. But I want some extra units that I can just kind of throw around. Do the occupations. Hell, we got Kiowa. Some of this land is good development as well, but I worry about his army coming along and just slapping me. He's heading north, so I don't want anything to do with that. I'd rather just hold on to what we got here. I benefit from doing some blockades up there, so I shall. We should take advantage of the situation here. Situation being we can move with relative impunity and he cannot. You're both heading down there. Only one needs to head down there. Just trying to rack up the war score. I really don't want to fight him, just in general. Ran into all of his navy here, though. Didn't think I would. Obviously wasn't paying any attention to what I was doing. Can't imagine how my lights would fail, my transports would fail against them. They have no morale anyway. And even if I lose a few transport, God, not even close. Still, these ships are not worth my time. They're outdated. It's the age of the heavy frigate, don't you know? I just want you up there to get some extra blockade power against this guy. Hey, I'd get what I want. Nice. Naxos making gains plus 13%. Let's not look the gains horse in the mouth, is what I would say, but maybe I'd get a touch more if I just grab this. Did Lorenzo survive the death of the Pope? He seemed sad. Lorenzo has a way of looking sad. I wonder if I want this, or should I push my luck? I'll push my luck. I like pushing my luck. I don't know if I get less than this, then it was all down to my greed. It's election time. I don't like this guy very much. He's an embezzler, but he is young, so we'll keep him around. I mean, I really don't like him, but there we go. Make him all that better. Oceans Beyond Privateering. One of our most accomplished privateers, making forays not only into enemy waters, but into parts of the world we barely are aware under their control. Well, privateers should look for money, not from enemies, not from us. I like that approach. I like it a lot. Alright, more rebels. I love rebels. Someday I'll deal with the Okinawans. Am I still making gains? Kind of yes, kind of no. But as I get more stuff laid under occupation and under my control, I should start looking even better. I want this put under control. Not under control, but under siege. Pretty nice. I've barely fought a battle, and we are the ones taking charge here. And hey, who knows, might be able to nab ourselves a little flagship for the Maritime Museum. Ah, well. It's sunk, we weren't able to keep it, but away it goes for them. They're not so keen on peace now, probably because the battle's ongoing, but it's about to be severely lost by them. And now their naval strength has been severely weakened. And I enjoy myself some extra sailors, as I often do. I think I grabbed some heavies out of that, didn't I? I'll know if they're at 35% morale, that's how you tend to get them. But war galleons are not in demand right now. Not from me, at least. This is good, but boy would I like... Oh, nice! All his money, all his land, and whilst I get 58.5% overextension, I'm not anywhere near limits, and I have admin to core it. So that's a happy day for me. Yoink. Just in time for a revolt in Mutsu, which I, like Tandy, had been expecting, but my units weren't even back in time for it. You need to speed up there, Wild Goose. Okay, so one thing to note is that we have the Government Reform War Against the World Doctrine, which disables slaves as a trade good. So I'm hoping for good trade goods to appear where they were, and that's what I got. So probably should have looked this before, but let's have a look-see. Well, let's just take them. Basitro became livestock. This is instead of slaves. Slaves are currently worth 3. That's nice. Triangle trade is good, and I don't think the slave trade ever comes crashing down. Cows are worth 2.7. No big deal. Dyes. Dyes are great. 5 ducats each. Livestock, so a little bit of a loss there. Ivory is amazing. It's worth 4. And I feel like it goes up at some point. I don't remember all the trade good events. Iron is amazing, 4.5. Sugar is also amazing, 4.5. Population of sugar. Livestock, small loss. Naval supplies, pretty good because of permanent navies. So the other naval supplies and more dyes. Basically, awesome. What's not so awesome is that if there were any manufactories for slaves, then I lost them. But, c'est la vie. What's important though is that that land is mine. I can't core the inland stuff because I don't have cores on the islands yet, but we're getting there. And I'm going to station this army over there. We'll have the march over to Evo, because Evo has good supply limit. I will have you guys, yeah, you might as well raid while you're here. We got what we need for raiding.